To understand Russians, you need to understand the 9th of May, Victory Day. Why is it still the most important celebration in the country? And why do we keep celebrating it, even while another war is going on? In this video, I will take you with me through this day and try to explain what looks like an obsession from the outside. No propaganda, no simplifications, just a rational, honest perspective through my eyes. This is Natasha, and welcome to my Russia. For many Russians, including me and my family, 9th of May is not about glorifying war. We don't buy into the official pathos. For us, it's a day of memory, of grief, of reflection. That's why the first thing we do is visit my grandmother. She survived the Siege of Leningrad, and she's still with us. This day usually passes with tears and with memories of everything they went through. The hunger, the cold, the loss. It's not a festive day for her. It's a day that brings back pain and pride.
Ой, травушки.
Привет!
Здрасте.
Вот, смотри, давай.
Ой, еще там. И там еду тоже. И там. Мои дорогие.
Юлька!
Я бываю.
У нас кафе.
Это я сама делала.
Ничего себе, ты
сами
открытку
делали.
вы такую
В
сделали?
библиотеку ходили на ночь библиотеки, там мастер-класс был вообще кайфовый.
Спешу, можно, красота. Юлька сделала, смотри.
My daughter's generation is the last one that can still meet veterans in person. The last to hear these stories not from textbooks, but from the people who lived them. After visiting my grandma on the other side of the city, we are now heading toward the center. And as you can see, the metro is full of people holding portraits and wearing wartime symbols. These are the participants of the Immortal Regiment, a massive grassroots procession that was later appropriated by the state. They come to honor their relatives, to keep their stories alive. It's emotional, it's collective, it feels like pilgrimage. But here is where the contradiction begins to sink in. All around us are children learning about the horrors of World War II. They are told, never again, but at the same time, they are growing up in a country at war again. How do you explain that? Every country needs a story, something that unites people and gives meaning to who they are. And a national myth isn't just about the past, it's what holds a country together in the present. After the Soviet Union collapsed, Russia was left in ruins, not just economically but emotionally. We had no future vision, no shared beliefs, no clear direction. What do we believe in now? What unifies us? Where are we going? And in that vacuum, Victory Day became more than just a celebration. The memory of World War II, the tragedy, the survival, the sacrifice, turned into a national myth. It's a story that brings people together, no matter their ethnicity, background, or politics. Because almost every Russian family lost someone in that war. It's personal, it's sacred. And it became the foundation of new identity. This myth of sacrifice gives people a sense of dignity, even when life is hard, even when there's no clear future. It tells you, we've suffered before and we came out victorious. So we will endure again.
Сталин. Календарь со Сталиным.
Тебе дали?
Днем Победы.
Тебе дали что?
Календарь со Сталиным. И его каким-то пришло.
Календарь, да, со Сталина.
It creates a feeling that our pain wasn't meaningless, that we suffered for something. And in a country where there's often no justice, no real say in politics, and very little hope, this story becomes emotional survival. That's why the 9th of May isn't just a date, it's a symbol of who we think we are. A people who suffer, who sacrifice, and who always survive. Пойдем. In the West, national myths are often about freedom or individual rights. In Russia, it's about endurance, about collective pain. That's what unites us, not a dream, but a memory. But like any myth, this one can be dangerous, especially when it stops being about memory and starts being used as a political tool. The state didn't create this myth. It came from the people, from families like mine, but over time it was taken, polished, and turned into national script. A script where Russia is always the victim, always the hero, always righteous, no matter what it does. And if sacrifice is the highest virtue, then suffering becomes normal. War becomes acceptable, criticism becomes betrayal. Instead of never again, the message suddenly becomes, we've done this before, we can do it again.
Поздравляем вас с праздником. Поздравляем вас.
И что там? Реклама?
Это расписание.
А, вот газета?
Поздравляем с праздником.
Вы и вас.
45-го года копия.
О, это классно. Ой, спасибо. Акту капитуляции. Это копия.
And that's how this myth, once about mourning and unity, starts justifying new violence. It's not about remembering a tragedy anymore, it's about preparing people to accept new ones. That's why so many people still carry portraits with pride, even as another war unfolds. But it's not always because they believe in the state. For many, it's much more personal than political. They are honoring real people, their grandfathers, great-grandmothers, not thinking about what this celebration has become or how it's been used. Some truly see it as a part of a long struggle. Others just don't want to let go of the one thing that still feels sacred and unifying in the same time when everything else is broken.
У каждого воина должно быть три матери. Родина-мать, мать, которая тебя родила, и мать, которая родила тебе детей. Их защита – святая обязанность каждого мужчины. И долг. А наша задача – сохранять в памяти то, что делали наши предки. Солдат умирает не тогда, когда убит. Он умирает тогда, когда забыт. Это помнить каждый должен.
That's what makes myth so powerful. It's so hard to challenge because it's built on real pain, real memories, and real pride, even when it's being quietly used for something else.
О, это я. О, это я.
Так держишь, у меня сейчас глаз еще...
Привет, скажи селфи.
Сыр. Как вы там делаете?
Сыр.
Боже мой.
Ты видишь?
So, yes, 9 of May still unites us. But the question no one wants to ask is what happens when the last veterans are gone? What will be left to believe in then? And without a strong idea that unites us, we can't export anything either. Empires don't survive on territory alone, they survive on stories others want to believe in too. The Soviet Union once offered an alternative vision of the world. Flawed, yes, but global. Modern Russia has no such vision, just a memory. And memory can be exported.
Ребенок.
I hope I could help clarify this difficult and emotional subject, one that's often misunderstood or demonized from the outside. If this made you think, I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you think a country can live without a future to believe in? Or what do you see as your country's myth? This was Natasha explaining my Russia.